there. These are Makos by a creator named Piper Makes. They are stand-ins, or one of many things you can do with them is stand-ins for hazard suits for Warhammer 40k Tau. I absolutely love everything about them. As you can see, these guys have been primed black, and they have an interim layer of Hull Red by Vallejo, which is kind of a brownish color. They are on 50mm bases. I do not have an infantry guy handy to show you what their scale is, but they're super cool. They have these giant guns called Photon Ion, what is it? Oh my gosh, why can I not think of it? Something ion gun. Well, I've said it like a zillion times. All right, anyway, so yeah, and they have these signature wings on them. And some of them, their backpack is in a sort of a relaxed mode, and then others have their backpack or their jetpack up in like a flight mode. And I love them. I love everything about them. They're really cool. In the game, they're in units of 1 to 2 models each. So I made 5 so I could do different variations. One of them has fusion guns. So I'm going to see how he works just as a troublemaker to get up close. Their guns have Melta 4, which means they get +4 wounds if they're under half, which is unusual. Most Meltas are only Melta 2, which gives them a little extra oomph. In the last edition, it was that you would roll 2d6 and take the best of the 2 if you were under range. Now, Melta, the rule just has a number. And I also, these are 3D prints, by the way. I think I mentioned that before. And the great thing there is obviously you can have them at all, because I was not able to find any hazard suits available. And this particular creator, she makes a lot of different options for these guys. So like they can have, there's like 4 different types of shoulder pads, 6 different types of heads, and phased ion guns. That's the one. All right, so anyway, we made these shields, and I'm still working on them. They're not finished work. So I'm either going to put the shield on where a regular shield would go, like on the left arm here, just on top there. So take a look at that. Or I'm going to put them on the back, so it like is a field generator for the whole model, which I think will look kind of cool. Let's see if I can just get this to sit there. So I don't know. Why don't you guys tell me which you like best? And the bases are 3D printed too, which is great because 60 mils are not always easy to find. Actually, that's not true. You can just find them on eBay and just get them. I just didn't happen to have any, and so there's the Piper Makes symbol. And I'm incredibly pleased. I think they look cool. Again, they're in units of 1 or 2. I'm just going to run them initially in units of 1, but I created these 2 units of 2 just, you know, in case I decide different later on. Because frankly, the phased ion guns don't output that much damage. They're strength 6, -1 AP, 1 damage. But what they do is they have photon casters, which means anytime you're hit by one of their weapons, just hit, an infantry unit is stunned, which is -2 to move and -2 to advance and charge rolls. So that's what these guys are. These guys are troublemakers. One guy's 55 points. They're strength 6, wounds 6 with 2 shield drones. They each come with 2 drones, which I don't even put on there. Like if someone needed to imagine, I'd just imagine these are the drones right here. Because the shield drones, all they do is they just give them +1 wound each. And that really is, for battle suits, I think, the best option. So their job is just to be one guy. They can be a what's it called, an observer unit, and each gun can shoot at a separate target, and with 4 shots each hitting on 4 ups, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to get those photon caster lockdowns on there. And this guy with fusion guns, he can be a real problem because, again, these guys are Melta 4 for some reason, and that's just a lot of damage. But it's only 1 shot per gun. They normally hit on a 4-up, and usually you're not going to take another unit and use them as an observer to give them a +1 to their ballistic skill. They're just kind of on their own. So frankly, I don't know how great this guy is going to be. He's not going to be reliable, but he is going to cause a distraction early game while the rest of my units power up for Cao Yan. We shall see. You know, Tao got a lot of points reductions in the September, what was it, 9th release, the balanced data slate, which is great because, you know, it used to be you got your codex once every 4 years and that was it. And if it had a problem or whatever, nothing was going to get done about it. So I much prefer the rules churn as much as I complain about it. I prefer the churn to the ossification. And by the way, check out this Norn emissary. This is for my son's, whatever they are, tyrannids. So check this out. This is a Leviathan guy, like a winged tyrannid prime. And take a look at this zoanthrope. So his color scheme's really cool. He came up with himself. It's like this galactic purple and blue with this very earth tone type carapace. So pretty cool, and you can definitely see a size comparison here with the Hive Tyrant. Oh well, I was going to make that a separate video, but here we are. We're doing what we're doing. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I hope you got your inspiration for the day.